For many of you, and especially our end users, dealing with infection control is new. We don't want to fumble around with important public health decisions. There's lots and lots of information and misinformation. This is the new greenwashing.
At the core of an interior designer's job description is to protect the health, safety, and welfare of a building's occupants. And it's my job to provide information to help you achieve this.
DesignTex has a longstanding expertise in the cleaning and disinfecting arena to help specify healthy and clean interiors.
Cleaning and disinfecting are proactive core capabilities at DesignTex. We've been testing for bleach compatibility since at least the 90s.
Recent dialogue around cleaning and disinfecting materials has been mostly reactive and scattershot, and there's a lot to cut through. And while we aren't a cleaning company per se, DesignTex wants to provide all of our knowledge in a how to get started with product selection that's digested into one or two paths, which is a great place to start, and helpful hints that we can back up with research.
These are the topics we'll cover today. It's lots of information, and I'm going to go over it quickly. There is a lot of conjecture about what the new normal will be going forward. But we know that the global COVID-19 pandemic will change the interiors in all markets forever. We are handling the changes in waves. Wave 1 is now, Wave 2 is near, and Wave 3 is the future. We need to be flexible and adapt quickly to changes as new information comes out. We need to arm ourselves with as much current knowledge as we can from reputable sources and focus on how to apply what we know now to now.
Healthcare has always required a thorough cleaning and disinfecting, and they're comfortable with navigating these waters. They have infection control teams. But now the corporate, education, and hospitality sectors are going to have to learn something new. Every surface is going to have to face disinfecting, both vertical and seating. End users and leaders of organizations are going to need our help. They're left with decisions that are typically left to the facilities team regarding cleaning protocols, because now it's a public health concern. They have never had to dive into this topic before, and it's all new information. We want to help out by cutting through the noise and making it easy to help you make safe places for human occupants.
So this is Cleaning 101, or everything you never wanted to know about cleaning and disinfecting. This is the most important conversation you can have to extend the life of building materials and textiles and to protect an end user's investment.
Cleaning and disinfecting are not the same, and it's important to use the correct terminology and distinguish the two for end users.
There are 4 basic steps to cleaning and disinfecting our products. Clean, rinse, disinfect, rinse, and then repeat as often as necessary. Cleaning works by using soap or detergent and water to remove germs, dirt, and impurities from a surface. This process doesn't necessarily kill germs, but by removing them, it lowers their numbers and the risk of spreading infection. Cleaning is required before disinfecting
because dirt can hide germs.
The next step is simple. Grab a clean, damp cloth and remove any potential residue left from the cleaner. The industry refers to this as a rinse. Cleaner residue left on surfaces can actually attract more dirt and stains. This essential step of rinsing is required for all DesignTex surfaces and is not unique only to DesignTex. All manufacturers will require a rinse. Now, disinfecting refers to using chemicals, or for example, an EPA-registered disinfectant, to kill germs on a surface. This process does not necessarily clean dirty surfaces or remove germs. By killing germs on a surface after cleaning, it can further lower the risk of infection. Contact time, also known as dwell time or kill time, is the amount of time recommended by the manufacturer that a disinfectant is required to be on a surface to be effective. After the dwell time of the disinfectant, you must come back for a second rinse and remove that chemical residue off the surface of your upholstery or substrate. That's right, come back with a clean, damp cloth and wipe. Why is rinsing so important? Here's 5 reasons why. When I'm contacted to field a complaint as to a lack of performance or failure of an upholstery product, 90% of the time, it's due to improper cleaning. The first question I have to ask is how the upholstered items are being cleaned. This is not a trick question, but 100% of end users confess to the lack of any rinse protocol. I think it's easier for people to understand the rinse protocol when you apply it to something that we do every day or multiple times a day. So think of washing your hands or doing your laundry, which you probably even have a load of laundry going on right now. When you wash your hands, you rinse the soap off with water, right? And then your washing machine cycles through a rinse after every wash to remove the soap from your clothes. When you disinfect surfaces with bleach, do you wear gloves? Do you wash your hands after? This photo on the left is actually from Oxyside's brochure photo on the very front page, and it shows a gloved person disinfecting.
So let's think about this for a second. If you have to disinfect with gloves, then why would you leave that disinfectant on a surface where a person can come into contact with it later, right?
When someone asks me for a product that's bleach cleanable, then I know that we're actually having a conversation about infection control. The CDC recommends a 10% bleach solution as an effective and common way to disinfect surfaces. This 10% bleach solution is also approved by the EPA for SARS-CoV-2. Beyond bleach, some of the most common disinfectants that are recognized by the EPA are quaternaries, hydrogen peroxide, and also alcohol.
Well, what about antimicrobials? That's a question I'm asked frequently. There's a lot of misinformation about antimicrobials, and we can expect dialogue on this topic to continue.
So an antimicrobial is an agent that's toxic to or inhibits the growth of microorganisms such as bacteria and fungi.
In regards to textiles, antimicrobials can be added to help them from degrading due to microorganisms, so to prevent them from molding and mildewing. The EPA classifies antimicrobials as a pesticide because it targets and kills specific microorganisms.
In regards to antimicrobials, there are two claims. One's a health claim. The antimicrobial has been proven to protect the public from germ-causing illnesses, and the second is a treated article exemption, and that's what we use in textiles. I'm going to summarize this information in a succinct statement because this is incredibly important. Antimicrobial treatments protect the product from degradation by microbes and bacteria. They are not intended to decrease infection among humans and do not work against viruses. Incorporating antimicrobials into interior and furnishing products will not reduce human infection. In fact, there is growing evidence to support that the overuse of antimicrobials poses a risk to human health and the environment. Based on available evidence, this is Disinfectants' point of view on antimicrobials. For at least 5 years now, we have been actively removing antimicrobial additives from our standard product offering. We do not recommend antimicrobial textile treatments as a defense against COVID-19.
Okay, now that you know all the nerdy science stuff, we need to talk about resources that you can use. DesignText has 7 tools that you can use to help you program and specify a healthy interior.
There's a shortcut link on our homepage at the very top of our splash page. You see right here with a big arrow. This link will take you to a Smartsheet webpage. You can either access the link from our homepage, or I suggest you bookmark the page and add it to the home screen of your mobile devices.
If you plan on sharing this information with anyone, I suggest that you send the links. Don't download and save those PDFs because these are live documents and we're updating them frequently. And I want you to have the most up-to-date information to share if you pass that knowledge on to somebody else.
Here's the tools that we have for you. I'm going to cover this super quickly so you know exactly what is in the documents. Item 1, cleaning and disinfecting FAQ. Pretty much has everything that I went over. It has a nice glossary. There's links to the EPA list-in, which is the list of disinfectants for use against SARS-CoV-2. And there's hyperlinks to several of our other resources embedded in this document. It's a really nice thing for you to share with your customers if you want a nice starting point to get the conversation going about cleaning and disinfecting and setting up a maintenance program and getting you guys to talk about cleaning and disinfecting in the same language and using the same terminologies. Item 2 is our antimicrobials document. This goes over all the information I just shared in a nice little abbreviated, I think 2 or 3 pager. Item number 3, what we're calling our bleach compatibility list. So this is just a text-based list of all of the cleaning products that DesignText has that are bleach cleanable, as well as the ratios of their bleach cleanability. And bleach cleanable doesn't limit you to healthcare looking options. We have plenty of wovens and non-wovens that are bleach cleanable and have a corporate or hospitality appeal. And beyond our collection of textiles, remember that we have lots of other substrates that are bleach cleanable too. We have ceramic steel work walls and panels, which can be digitally printed. We also have woven and vinyl wall covering that's bleach cleanable. Everywhere texture is a bleach cleanable multi-use fabric that can be used as drapery. And don't forget about Dynoc. Dynoc is wonderful. It's bleach cleanable 1-to-1. Great for situations where you have existing substrates that are in great condition but maybe need a little facelift. You can also use Dynoc in new construction as well, so don't be afraid to use it there. Item number 4. DesignText products compatible with EPA-approved disinfectants for COVID-19. Find out what products your end users are using to disinfect. And if they don't have one at this time, I would suggest guiding them towards the EPA's list-in and finding one that would work for them. And also, I just wanted to point out at the very top of this list that we like to use CDC terminology. So SARS-CoV-2 is actually the virus, and COVID-19 is the disease that that virus causes. Number 5, we have our healthcare without harm and healthy interior compliant design text product list. Number 6 is our cleaning manual. Honestly, I find this thing to be rather cumbersome to anybody except for a design text employee. So if you want any information, I think it's best to reach out for me and I can get you product specific cleaning guides. Item 7 is quick ship offerings for healthcare essential orders. And don't forget about bonus resource 8, me.
Designing a space with only hard, non-porous surfaces would be a knee-jerk reaction based on zero evidence. Not only would that space be suited for just robots, the acoustics would be a nightmare and it would create a distracting and low productivity workplace. And the way you'd have to address the acoustics would be to add soft surfaces like acoustical panels, which are, guess what? You guessed it, fabric. Don't hesitate to reach out if you have questions or specific concerns. I am hosting a few live virtual presentations that take a much deeper dive into the topics that we discussed today. I hope that you'll join and nerd out with me. I had to cut out a lot of great information in order to squeeze all of the knowledge that we have into this really brief format. But it was really important and I wanted to get it out to you as soon as possible. But I hope you'll join me at one of the live presentations. Until next time, air hugs and elbow bumps. Take care and be well. See you soon.